Yo, what's up guys, it's Tommy Nutter. In this video we're going to be looking at using tape machines in FL Studio to get that analog sound. This video forms part 3 of the series FL Studio using plugins to get an analog sound. If this is something that you're finding helpful or useful, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell below to get notified whenever I drop a new video. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at Waves, Kramer Master Tape and the J37 tape. Two plugins from Waves that are invaluable in getting that analog sound inside FL Studio. The Kramer Master Tape is so good. It's the best. It's the best saturator for subtle analog feel. Yeah, let's put it like that. The J37 is it's quite different. Basically, these two have their own place. They both do the same thing, but they have a very different sound. I'm going to show you a few examples of what type of stuff you can use them on. They're both on sale at the moment, $29 each, so it's a bargain. Usually $300 and $249 each, respectively. So, let's get down to it. We'll switch to our DAW, which for today will be FL Studio. We're working on that same project, if you remember from our last two videos. If you've not watched them, go back and watch them now. It's part of the series, how to get that analog sound inside FL Studio using plugins. Part 1 was all about preamps. Part 2 was about the Red Console plugin. This is going to be about the tape machines. So let's continue from our previous example where we had a look at the bass, and in this example we've got a sub bass going on, and we've already used the Kramer HLS as a preamp on this. Now what we could do, to me it sounds like it needs a little bit of fuzz on top of that bass to really stand out in the upper mid part of the mix, so that you can hear it on phones and laptop speakers and things like that as well. What we could do is saturate the high end. Now that'll add in some harmonics, but if the sound isn't there already, if the actual waveform is only in the lower end, it's not going to make that much of a difference. We're going to introduce some artificial saturation in the top end by using a tape machine. Now on bass, I like in particular this Kramer tape machine. Let's switch it on, you'll hear the difference. So even though it's adding in noise, detectable noise, that noise is something that we want. Each particle of that noise contains a piece of that bass sound that enables you to hear it at a higher frequency, shall we say, so that you can hear things like that on phone speakers and small speakers. Let's take a look at our settings on this. We'll set it off again. You can see it's not doing much. What we've done is add a little bit of feedback, the tiniest bit, and we've kept these linked to each other, and we've just dialed it up, and then I've added a little bit more gain on top. With noise, that's pretty much the most important part of this plugin when we're using it like this. If I turn the noise off, you can just hear that 120 Hz come to life there. So that's the Kramer tape as used on sub bass. I want to show you another example now. Let's do it on the drums. So this is my drum buzz. We'll turn that off for the minute. Now my drum buzz is what all my drums are fed into, and then the drum buzz is fed back out to the master. Let's take a look what settings we've got. So it's doing quite a bit more on the drum buzz than it is on the bass buzz. Let's disable it. So you can hear what it does really is it groups everything together, it gives you that mixed glue that you've been looking for, and it brings everything a little bit more forward and in your face without being too harsh. It kind of holds everything still for you. And what we've done with this one is we've added a little bit more feedback. One of the interesting things that you can do on this is you can switch it to a slap feedback, which is kind of like a spring reverb. So even that sounds good on this. We change it back to our feedback. You can set your delay times as different things, so you can set up your delay. And you've got your inch per second there as well for your speed of your tape. Both give a different sound. I prefer the brighter 15 hips for this. We've kept these linked and we've just dialed it in, and the noise, we've also added a little bit of noise. I mean, you can go crazy with it, but everything in moderation, that's what you want. So that's using it on drums. Let's shut that off for the minute. Next example, we're going to use it on vocals. Now, on vocals, I'm using the J37. The reason is, it's got a preset that I've been using for a long time that I just can't fault. I've not had any reason to even mess with it that much. This preset is called Mastering Fat, Tight and Open, and what it does is amazing. Let's turn this off for a second. Now to me, that lead vocal sounds like it's in your face, sat in the middle, and the backing vocals are panned to either side of it, and they kind of, they're at the same level, but there's not like a big sense of a soundstage or any openness within that until we add this preset. This is without. So what it seems to me to be doing is it gives it a sense of space without adding a reverb. It spreads the mix a little wider, and it kind of glues it all together and gives it some body that it didn't have before. Now, one thing that I've got to mention about this preset is when you open it, it's got quite a lot of noise on it. So what I like to do is just turn that noise down a little bit. You still get the same effect. So the J37 is different to the Kramer tape in that it's a different type of machine really. You can set your delays digitally like this. You've got slap, fork and ping pong as your types of delays, and you've got some nice filters there as well for high pass and low pass. Your tracks can use different types of tape, and your hip speed is there. Now the level in and out is by this, so if you want to keep it linked to each other you can. If not, you can drive it. I've been good this year, that's Kramer. She'll be a ranger, but I am a jammer. So that's what I prefer on vocals. It gives you a nice open sound. It's not the be all and end all of vocal processing, but it does help when it comes to adding your last minute little bits of flavour and opening that sound up for your final mix. So as you can see, tape machines can be used in a variety of ways, and they really are worth the investment. Alright guys, that was just a quick little video on tape machines for using in FL Studio for getting that analog sound. It was part 3 of a total video series that I made called How to Get That Analog Sound in FL Studio. If you've not seen the first 2 videos, go back and watch them. If this has been helpful to you, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and let me know what type of things you guys use tape machines for, or if there's anything else that you need any help on. Thanks for watching. It's TommyNutter.com. @It'sTommyNutter. Peace.